over the back there, the fig tree. It had a 6-foot chain on it, and the boys said something trivial again. They'd cut the bags out of sleeves out of a sugar bag, the head part, put it on and wet it, take them out there, chain them up, padlock them and leave them out there.
When my older brother, he had to go to court over at Maxwell. He got in trouble. I don't know what he got in trouble for. He went to court. Mum and Dad went to court with him, and that's when they come in and took us. Took us to grab myself, the older brother, and 3 younger sisters. They separated us from our 3 younger sisters, and that was it. That was the last time I seen them for about another 15 to 20 years. I'd seen them, so.
Took us down here, got to the gates of Kinchela here, took away my identity and culture, couldn't come in, gone. Comes through that gate, Roger Jarrett stayed the other side. I become number 12 for 6 years. Put me in here, stripped me naked, got second-hand sand shoes from the nuns so I wouldn't kick my feet. They burnt them as well. Shaved the hair bald, mopped you down to a shower block which was out here. Had a scrub brush and sand slapper to scrub yourself with it. Then dried yourself off with a towel, covered your eyes and mouth over. They threw this white powder over you, like flea powder, what it was, I don't know. And you couldn't even brush it off, had to leave it on till it just actually wore off. All the boys got the same story when they came here. It's taken away, the name was taken away, they become a number until they were here for that time. They had galvanised garbage tins that they kept the macaroni and spaghetti in, the pastas in. A little back wheel got in there multiplied by the millions. When they cooked that up, it came with your plate of food. And they give you that plate until you completely finished off with the wheels, everything in it. Same as breakfast cereals. They had cornflakes, Wheat Bix and porridge. A little moth would fly in there, lay these little airy grubs. When the airy grubs are cooked up, they go stiff, and they had little spikes on them. And when you eat them, they'd be going down your throat as well. Had to eat that plate until it was clean.
And after that, just Kinchela was Kinchela, if you didn't do anything right, we got punished. Worst punishments were sitting out in the swamps, or with no clothes on, even sitting in standing in the pool, no clothes on, and you had to stand there all night. And most of these punishments were around winter, where the water's cold, and the water is from. We used to get the water from the river, we used to pump it in from the river. So you can imagine what other little creepy crawlers used to get into the water, and even the swamp. The worst ones we used to be feared of was the bloody leeches. Hated leeches. Oh, leeches, they, especially when they get on your old fella. You want to know which is the old fella, which is the leech. No, both. No, he's just bloody. You can laugh. Can laugh about it, but it was never a laughing thing back then. So.
What were the things that you would get punished for?
Wet the bed. Not cleaning your shoes properly, not cleaning your teeth. Probably you got a little bit of stain in your underpants.
Some of the boys said trivial things, like they might have said a name to their brother. How you going? To the name, they'd get sent down the line. They'd line. When I was there, there was 60 boys, 30 this side, 30 that side, and they'd send this boy down. You had to punch him hard. If you didn't punch him hard enough, the staff would walk behind you and belt the crap out of you with a cane as they went down. If it wasn't hard enough for them, they'd send you down the line.
Anything just stupid, if you didn't help out with the lawn, didn't do a hospital corner on your bed properly. If the when they dropped the coin on the bed, if it didn't bounce, you had to do it again. If you didn't bounce again, right, they waited till night time. They strip you off and send you out there, in the thing, and even the line. They used to put you in the line. They put you down the line, and the water and And the worst one was over at the tree, you know, they used to tie us up with a chain.
Over the back there, the fig tree, it had a 6-foot chain on it. And the boys said something trivial again. They'd cut the bags out of sleeves out of a sugar bag, the head part, put it on and wet it, take them out there, chain them up, padlock them and leave them out there.
And the men, you know, did whatever they liked to you, whether it was physically, mentally, sexually. And they did all the three of them, so, you know, if we didn't do it, they, you know, mentally abused us, then physically, then sexually, you know, so.
A lot of the boys come out, got on a grog and just drunk themselves to death. You know, by the time they were 30, 40, they were liver, kidneys gone, so they just died.
When we got out of the boys' home, I was in another state. Like I said, all I wanted to do was belt every white person I seen. Sure enough, I did, because they taught me how to hurt a person. You know, they taught me how to grab hold of it, you know, and block and, you know, and things. These, like I was saying, ex-army people teaching us ex-army bloody manoeuvres and that, you know, and we thought it was a natural thing to do because an adult showed us. I met my mother in the pub, the Empress Hotel. She wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't talk. She knew me. All I had to do was call her up and just buy her beer. She didn't want to know me because I spoke well. I spoke, you know, like a white fella. You know, she didn't know me. You know, she never wanted to know her 3 youngest daughters because they came back women with families. She said, I don't know you fella. She went to the gravesite. You know, they kept asking me why wouldn't Mum talk to us? I said, look, I don't know. You know, the system had it that way. The system, you know, made her that way because they stole half of her family. 5, you know, she had 11 kids and 5 of the youngest went.